Shalom Israel, giving all praise to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Chakadash, the honors to the elders of JMS, Ruel, salutations to Yakim out there pushing his word and truth, risking your freedom and your life to do so. As you can see, man, we back with another video about, what's going on in the world, man, what's going on, and what's happening across the country, you see? And this is what's happening. This was happening, so Shalaki, it's worldwide riots. You see, worldwide riots going on. So we're gonna read Fox News. This is from FoxNews.com, and it says lockdown seen as worsening riots, in turn hitting businesses even harder. It's a perfect storm. Now with everything going on, man, the coronavirus and people losing their jobs and people foreclosing on homes because ESO made it mandatory that you were supposed to shelter in place. The riots are only intensifying. This is prophetic, you see. We can get that really quick. That was in Matthews. Salakia, I'm just pulling it. 9 and 3. All right, this is 2nd Ezra. I start at verse 9. And this is Ezra speaking to the angel of the Most High. And it says, in the previous chapter, which is pretty much his conversation, Prophet Ezra, that he was speaking with the angel of the Most High to tell him what was to come in the end time. Because Ezra had a lot of questions concerning his vision. So it said, this is 2nd Ezra 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Now, what does it mean to visit? Visit is not the Lord coming for a comfortable stay or he's coming to say hello. Visit means to judge, okay? Visit means to punish the world. So Yahweh Shemel Shah, when he sees some of these signs that the angel is about to break down to him, then you would know that this is when the Lord is going to begin to judge the earth, which he made. And what is he judging off of? The commandments, the law, statutes, commandments, which is found in the first 5 books of Moses, which the world doesn't uphold today, you see? And that's what you're going to be judged according to. And it's verse 3, 2nd Ezra 9, verse 3. Therefore, when thou shalt be seeing earthquakes and uproars of the people. Now, there's earthquakes everywhere. Earthquakes happening every day and multiple and strong. They get stronger by the day. But the point is uproars of the people. Now, what does uproar mean? Let's get the definition of uproar. Slakia. Uproar means a loud and impassionate noise or disturbance, similarities, turmoil, disorder, confusion, chaos, commotion, okay? Pandemonium, yelling, shouting. That's an uproar. So could you possibly say that we prophets of GMS are lying when we say, look, Ezra, the prophet Ezra, which is of the 12 tribes, had a vision that he wrote down so we can understand that this is the time that the Most High is going to begin to visit the world, okay? Because people are uproaring, making loud noise, pandemonium, disturbance, and that's what's going on right now. And this, man, this is uproars of the people. Why are they uproar? Because people are depressed, people are afflicted, people are being oppressed, and they wanna go against the government. So it says major cities across America, really from months-long lockdowns because of the coronavirus crisis, are now being roiled by riots and protests, okay, i.e. uproars. And businesses are already buckling under the pressure of economic downturn or being hit even harder as a result. It's a perfect storm. You have COVID, you have the marches, and then you have the looters, three completely different things. Helena, executive director of the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, says the two crises are interconnected and uniquely harmful. Two crises are interconnected in a uniquely harmful way. Not only are businesses being crushed under the weight of lockdowns and now widespread looting and unrest, but the coronavirus restrictions potentially have contributed to an even more dangerous situation once riots broke out. Many cities have been virtually ghost towns for months, contributing to a sense that quite literally nobody is minding the store. Nat told Fox News she believes much of the looting could have been stopped if stores were full of people in communities that otherwise were protected and were not in lockdown. You see? And that's what that's talking about. This is prophetic, okay? This is I read that again, 2 Ezra 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen of earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee and from the beginning. Right, so the Most High spoke of these things, that these was going to happen. And that was just the beginning of the Most High visiting visiting this world, you see. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest, right? Esau, Edom, so-called white people, known as the Romans, or known as the Caucasians, or the Americans, or Europeans, which European was actually stolen name, you see. But like the Most High set it up, they had a beginning of a kingdom, and now this is the end of it, you see. So it says, even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And this is a perfect sign of what's to come, you see. This is a perfect time. It's a perfect time, and that's the reason why these things are happening, you see. This is 2 Ezra. 2 Ezra 16, verse 70. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Now, I mean, it says it all right there. In every place and in the next city. Okay, is not this a major city where these are happening in all major cities across the U.S.? It says they wouldn't have seen an empty store, or what's more important is that people protesting peacefully would have seen that, hey, this is my community, this is my neighborhood, and we're going to prevent you from looting it, and think the dynamic would have been completely different, right? Because at the end of the day, where are stores located? In all your major concourse, okay? The place of trade. That's what stores are, the place of trade. You trade your money in for goods of the store. And that's where all this insurrection or uproars have been, okay? Whether it was instigated, but it was really instigated by Yahweh Shemel Shah through the Spirit to bring about the prophecies that was written aforetime for our learning. It says, indeed, much of America has been on lockdown since March in response to the novel coronavirus, a move initially done to slow the spread of the virus and flatten the curve. But with some states only now beginning to reopen, it has caused catastrophic economic damage. Tens of millions of Americans have been put out of work, while businesses across the country have shuttered, meaning completely shut down, or they went bankrupt. And it says now it's being combined with protests in response to the death of George Floyd in police custody in Minneapolis last week. Those protests have been spread across the country and frequently escalated into violence and looting in places such as New York City, Atlanta, Washington, and D.C. Washington, D.C., which is a major city. So I'll read that scripture again. We close it. 2 Ezra 16, verse 70. For there should be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection. Next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right, man. So this is only gonna get worse, man. It's not gonna stop, man. So be prepared, man. They're gonna have martial law. They eventually want to implement the microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast according to the Bible. So be prepared, Akim and Akwaf, okay, for the return of the Lord. So with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Shabbat, Shemakakas, the man said, the elders, salutation to Akim. Till next time, Shalom.